It's right around 12 o'clock, lunchtime, Wednesday, May 3rd. Yeah, May 3rd, 5:30. It feels like forever that I've been trying to get out of here. And as I've said recently, I'm finally being successful at it. This body finally had come close enough to permanently shutting down. It's ready to go. But it finally got bad enough to where enough of my energy could come out of this body through the field, which is part of me just slipping out of it. And now there's nothing but some energy, a little bit of me left inside this brain, and then the rest of me outside goes in to do stuff like make this video. Otherwise, I can't even walk. I mean, you know, every last bit of me has to be out of this body. This body has to drop dead before I can finish waking up on the other side, but I can still function a little bit over there. Right, enough about that. I want to thank everyone that's buying our products at thespiritualfoundation.com. Deanna has some new stuff on there, and her packaging and stuff is new. It's she really is a clever and gifted artist. Anyway, and all the stones there, everything else over there has all my energy in it back when I had it. The stones that Deanna has over there, I cranked up years ago. When I buy in quantity, you know. Sometimes like a small pickup truckload. Of course, I haven't done that for a long time now. Anyway, this morning, I got a decent night's sleep, I guess, and I woke up and there wasn't anything around bothering me that I needed to go after, and I'm like, okay, this is good. And then, you know, the real me, who I am out of body, is going down into the brain, talking with me, and saying there's one more thing to do before leaving. This body right now, it's so empty. It's like an empty room. It's like if you take a sheet and you wash it and then you dry it, and then, you know, there's no weight or anything, you flap it and it just feels really light. Well, that's what the body feels like. I'm about to come out, but anyway, I was bugging myself from outside to do something, one last thing to do, and then after it stopped, I tried to connect with that part of myself, and I just got movie, which means video. And then as I slowly woke up and got my coffee, I started getting fed the information of what's going on, that it was a video, and one last bit of information I needed to leave, because people can say and think what they want, that's fine, but I have to leave you the information I know you're going to need. And a lot of you that know me, and there's many thousands of you, you're going to understand. But there's over 7 billion people on this planet. It's going to be people freaking out. Anyway, as a sound like a raven instead of a crow. It's a little deeper. Just one bark. No, that's unusual. Anyway, so I was slowly feeding myself information. I needed to put it down on 2 pieces of paper, and then I was telling myself to call up Deanna and go over it with her for some help in wording and make sure I didn't forget anything. So there's like 14 talking points. So this video, as you can tell by looking at it, it's not the shortest thing in the world, but I'm going to go through it as quick as possible. It's harder for me to make it than for you to listen to it, trust me. All right. I've talked about stuff that's going to happen when I get out of here. Destroying China, the tsunami, the Beijing tsunami, 3 Gorges finally blowing that up. Not blowing it up like a bomb. I'm talking about just metaphysically destroying it. I haven't mentioned that there's a lot of governments that are going to have to do some cleanup inside their government buildings. So out of nowhere, you're going to lose about 40% of the population of this planet. And the first 8.5 to 10 months are going to be very serious. And then after that, it calms down. But let me go over this list. There's, like I said, there's 14 different things. Number 1, suffering. The message I gave myself was suffering indisposed. Indisposed, and I'm like, what? I had to Google it. The suffering that you're going through, that you're being put through, I'm taking almost all of it away. But there's still the issues of dealing with life. I mean, you know, it's not like taking away the abuse takes the suffering down to like next to nothing. But there's still difficulties, okay? And let's see. Until the physical bodies are removed, there's always suffering. You can't help that. This creation was made for you to suffer. That's what your loving quote-unquote God did to you. And devil, same person, same being, original first being, male and female halves. Okay. People who are suffering from hard lives and haven't gone through hell, they're going home. Lily and I are taking them home, taking all of them. That's enough. The bodies you've been put in that are improper, you know, that have a lot of issues, things that have been done to you, mental issues, you're just going home. That's enough. That's enough of this crap. The whole thing is, this abuse is stopping. And all this people suffering from the abuse that's been done to them, or the abuse they're receiving, the abuse that they're dealing with, they're coming home. That's enough. This isn't about me. It isn't about you. It's about us. All of us. Lily and I, we're just outside of everything. We don't matter. We're like Stone Mountain. You know, our job is to take care of everyone. When you take when we take you home, it's going to be comfortable. You're going to be relaxed, and it's like a semi-euphoric state. Then you're out of your body. Now, as far as things are going to be, like I said, they're going to be so much better. But in a way, myself, Arae, I'm going to be a little complacent about things. I said things are going to be wonderful. Things are going to be good. They are. But at the same time, if you've always had this desire to have, I don't know, a motorcycle and a super sports car and everything, I'm not here to do that. Okay, don't count on that happening. You're just going to live the last few years of your life, frustrated. I'm here to take care of everyone, for everyone to be. I'll be home, but I'll be taking care of everyone. Everyone here in body, you'll have. How did I word it? It's not about everyone's specific wants and desires. It's about everyone's needs and comfort. Comfort is the word I was looking for. Everyone's going to be comfortable in a way you've never been before. Those of you that have been super rich and everything, that are buttheads, don't worry about it. You're not around anymore, so you don't count. That doesn't mean if you have a lot of money that that you're leaving. That's not true. It's the buttheads, the abusers. Okay. But everything people need, they're going to have. I'm going to go into that a little bit farther down the list here. All right, destruction. It's the end of the world. No, it's not the end of the world. It's the beginning of a new one. It's the destruction of this creation, not just this planet, everyone, but it starts right here with the earth. People who have taken stuff from other people, well, before they leave, they're losing everything. There's a slush fund where all the money, that these scammers, they're going to lose everything. They're going to be screwed with. And how do I know that? Because I'm doing it. They're going to go through hell. And then once they've lost everything and enjoyed suffering for it, just what they've done to other people, then I'm going to take them out. But in the meantime, they're not just going to suffer emotionally. They're going to be suffering physically. Okay? You can call it payback, whatever you want. I call it justice. Okay? They need to know what they did wrong before I destroy them. Then I'm just going to get rid of them, delete them. I'm talking about the heck with the body. I'm talking about the spirit. That's what the body is. And of course, there's going to be bodies everywhere. Corporations, Goldman and Sachs, see ya. All these large companies, they're going to fold down. All the money they've taken is going into a slush fund. Taxes, as soon as I'm out of here and get stuff started, you'll never pay taxes again the rest of your lives. No one will. Okay, all the money that they've stole all over the world, that's enough to make everyone very comfortable for a long time. And don't forget, 40% of this population, I'm not going to tell you exactly when. I have a very good idea, but definitely within the 8.5 to 10 month period after I'm gone, 40% of the, just jerked myself. 40% of the population on this planet is going to be gone. It's all the buttheads and those that were suffering and needed to go home. It's mostly buttheads, jerks, abusers. All right, that was basically number 5. Replenishing, number 6, replenishing of food, proper health, diets, other necessary means for living. That's food, health care, free health care, food that's free or next to it, transportation, new types of transportation, and all other necessary means for living. With everyone gone, there's going to be so many new cars. They're going to you're going to pay nothing for a new car. Housing, there's going to be housing everywhere. And there's going to be new laws made to help people, the people that are left. Okay? Before I delete this, take everyone out of the physical bodies from the other side, before I do that, this planet will be, it's going to have less than 50% of its population left. And then when it's time, everyone comes home at the same time. Like I said, the animals, except for, certain pets and just a few of them, they're all coming home. I don't mean 10%, I'm talking about, 99.999%. The streets, they're going to be, the population, the people on the street will be rather scarce. It's not going to look as bad as those fake cities in China, but a solid 40% of the people are going to be gone. A little over 40% going to be gone quick. It's going to be safer. The people that are being left in body to have the life and to have a good life for the last few years that you all are in a body. You're good people. You're compassionate people. You're gonna. This is another one of the talking points a little farther on down the road. You're gonna be taking care of each other, but you're gonna have help. ETs are coming in. They have everything ready. There's 1, 2, 3. There's 4, 5. There are 7 huge ships that are in the Earth's orbit or atmosphere right now, and they're cloaked. You can't find them. And I hope no one's out there thinking, well, if it was true, I'd be able to see them. It's like, really? Do you know what kind of, physics it takes? They don't even use the word physics. It's antiquated. What laws of solid essence are used to take something and to take a large mass and fly it through galaxies? I mean, you can't take our thinking that we have in the present day and relate it to stuff the ETs do, except for on a few different, sections. But their actual technology, it's so far beyond us, and to think it's not is, kind of belittling your own thought process. Anyway, there's going to be food replicators put out everywhere. There's going to be communities where you can go get food. It'll be distributed all over the place. The technology, the health systems, everything's going to bust open. The ETs are going to come out real strong once I finish doing all the nasty stuff. Okay? Destroying stuff. So, it might be 10 months after I'm gone that they start getting immediately involved in everyone's life. We're not just talking flying in the sky, we're talking walking around. There's a new internet coming too that's, nobody can crack, and it doesn't have idiots on it. Let's see. All the people running around that are, this is already kind of a talking point mentioned, but all the people running around that want to control people and abuse them and stuff, they're leaving. They're gone. First, they're going to know what it's like. They're going to understand what it feels like to receive what they've been giving. And that's worth mentioning 2-3 times. I said there'd be no taxes and money be given. Now, this is not a quote-unquote redistribution of wealth like a communism bullshit promise. I mean, you know, tyranny, communism, they're all full of shit. Capitalism has had its problems too, because there's idiots and assholes, especially corporations, that can grow inside it. But it's never been a problem of communism or tyranny. But anyway, it doesn't matter. Things are changing. It's like I said, Goldman Sachs and all the other folks, and so many of them, they're having their money taken away. It's just going to disappear. It's going to go to a website, to a web address, and no one can access it. So, and that's the money that's going to be used to pay for things, because you're not paying any more taxes. That's enough of that crap. The home, again, this is not redistribution of wealth, but like I mentioned earlier, there's so few people that are going to be left, and the assholes are being taken away. We're going to have basically nothing but compassionate people. And it's about damn time. I've been waiting since the first life. It's over 2.8 quadrillion Earth years ago. 2,800 trillion Earth years ago, when the first life was had, Lily and I. I've been waiting a long time to do what's going to happen, and it's just going to happen. With all the extra homes and everything hanging around, things will be worked out. Between y'all, going to work it out between yourselves, but it'll be controlled by the other side. When people do stupid stuff and it's like, man, you know, how did I ever do that? Yada yada. That's being controlled by the other side. Now, Lily and I aren't going to run around controlling everyone. That's one thing the FBI, CIA, NSA, when they started following me around years ago, they kept thinking, this guy has proven he can go into people's brains. So apparently he can control them. No, I couldn't. And it was made like that for a reason. No one's ever had free will, and all your stupid religions have always said you have free will, which is, you know, nasty lie. But anyway, what do you expect from a religion but lies and bullshit and dogma, controlling dogma, abuse? And you'll work it out. It'll be made to work out whether somebody wants it or not. Somebody tries to start hoarding, then they'll lose what they have. And if they keep getting stupid, well, you know, you're going to find out they're gone. There's going to be a whole lot more traveling that people are going to be doing, greater distances more easily, more than you've ever thought possible. Now, that's going to take probably a couple years to get put in there. First off, people are going to have nicer vehicles for very little money. And those people that really need things are going to receive them. No one's going to be left hungry or anything, or without what they need. And free health care, that's going to happen. It's going to take a little bit. It has to be distributed. There's already the people involved that some of them I've told about, but there's a lot of them I haven't mentioned. Of course, most of them I haven't mentioned, where the RET friends, my other family, they've already got the equipment ready to ship out, but they also have, there's a manufacturing ship here over the Atlantic, but straight up towards space. It's huge. My personal buddy ship, I call him my brother, call him Alan, use a name. His personal ship is just over 4 times the mass of Spain. That's big. This other ship that I'm talking about, it's a manufacturing ship that's going to make all this stuff, make the majority of it. It's a little better than 8 times bigger than that. 8 times that size of Ellen's ship. How can things like that be so big and not see it? You'll see it. But they don't want to come out until after I've done the damage. They don't want you to think, and I don't want you to think especially, that they had anything to do with it. If they wanted to, they could burn a hole through this planet and destroy the planet, but they're here to help. You know why the Earth was never taken over by horrible reptiles and aliens and all this other crap like you hear in the movies or your bullshit governments? It's because of them. And one of the most abused races by name, by affiliation with negative crap, is the Drakh. They were the first race. They're the most powerful. And they're still got an edge on everyone else for intelligence, although the Neantids race that came just after them, very intelligent. And there's so many others, but I'm trying to make a point about the Drakh being called this and that. You know, people talk shit, they don't know what they're talking about, and that's fine. I don't care. People say that crap about me all the time. I said from the very beginning when I started doing this in 2009, I said, you know, hey, you don't understand what I'm saying, you don't believe in it, you think I'm full of shit, hey, that's fine, love you anyway, and it still holds. How can, until I'm aware of something, I don't know about it. You all have never had the truth to go to find anything out. That's why I had to write those books and start doing videos. And I'm also cranking up people, getting everyone ready for what's coming. I've been waiting, like I said, over 2.8 quadrillion Earth years to do what I'm about to do when I go home. This is not about me. This is about everyone. I'm just telling them what's going to happen. I'm telling you I'm going to do it. There's going to be a hole over there. I'm going to dig it. And I got the shovel, and I'm going to dig it. Okay? Boom. The hole's going to be there. Freedom. There is this, I've said before how long. Less than 6 years after this body finally takes a dive, everyone will be coming out of body at the same time, but when they do, everyone that's left is coming out at the same time. But when they do, when you do come out, it's going to be very calm, relaxed, and you're going to have a very nice feeling. And everyone's just, boom. There's no, no. Look at this. Watch my eyes blink. That's how long it takes. And the whole time it happens, you're feeling good. You start feeling good, and then you open your eyes. It's like opening your eyes again, and you're like, oh, damn, I'm home. Wait a minute, where am I? What? Oh, damn it, that's right, I don't have a body. Oh. You're also going to, last talking point here, everyone's going to find out the truth about the Earth's history. And those of you that have the information I've given you in previous videos, you're going to find out it's right smack on the money. Right dab smack on the money is what I was trying to say. It's hard to do anything with this body anymore. Running my energy down into it and talking, it's painful. This brain is, I don't know how to explain it. It's like I got a huge spear inside the top of my head and it's just opening up. Anyway. Shutdown time. I need to finish getting this video out and get out of here. Go back to getting out of here. This kind of looks okay on that side, but you look on this side, it is celestite. This is the stone of understanding. Works very strong with the hypothalamus and neighboring area. It helps you understand. It works with the heart energy. It goes right to the hypothalamus and flows up and down your spirit core with the heart energy and everything else. I'll tell you what, you get some ruby, you get some lapis, a piece of yellow aventurine, and a piece of celestite, and get yourself a piece of star essonite, and you sit down with those stones and your whole body will be humming. Deanna's going to be adding more stuff to the store, but pretty soon there's going to be more locations, and she's going to have family members helping her. Not until after I go. Nothing happens until I go. Anyway, well, stuff's happening everywhere. Oh, and for those of you, this will piss some of me off, and que sera, sera, whatever it is, it is. The United States, you're going to have Trump for president, and Ron DeSanto, I can't get his name, and I can't do much more with this brain anymore. I made the video. Ron DeSanto or something will be the vice president, and they're going to be the head of a group that's doing stuff with the ETs. Everything's going to change. A lot of people talk about how Trump is so this and that, and they're going by what they've been made to think, and by what the media and stuff tells them they don't know. So lots of times when people talk, they want to talk popular. The spirit inside Trump is a part of me, still attached. The same was so with JFK, Ronald Reagan, and I was George Washington. I can be 3 different people in 3 different bodies at one time, but you need to understand the size and the size of what I am. It's myself, spirit. Okay, anyway, that's the most I can tell you about what's gonna happen. The rest, you'll find out for yourself as I do it. But 8.5, 10 months is all it's going to be. After that, it's really calm and starts to settle down. But it's going to be hard. It's going to be strong. But y'all going to be fine. Y'all going to be taken care of. It's all going to happen. So, you know how people on the unemployment, how you get, how you get a check from the government. You're gonna get checks. It won't be from this communist, tyrannical Biden supposed administration. They're not legal. They're not even legal. It won't be from them. But when I'm out of here and get things going, like I said, that bank account's just going to fill up and it's going to feed you. You won't be paying taxes. You'll be receiving the money you need to take care of yourself and everything else. So anyway, there it is. That fulfills my work here, my job. That's what's coming. And when it no biggie now, but as soon as it does happen, you have the information. And the fact that I told you what I'm going to do, and I do it, I'm hoping you'll have extend your faith enough to understand the rest of it's true too. You're going to be fine. You're going to be better than fine. You're going to be better than you've ever been before. The last 5 years of your life is going to be better than any life you've ever had. Period. And then your lives after that and the energy bodies are going to be just through the roof. They're awesome. The way you're going to develop as spirit is going to be pure, clean, to make a deeper, stronger version of yourself, instead of something abused that has abuse frequencies that I got to keep pulling out of everyone. And when you're in those energy bodies, the power level's only about 40% of your ability. Power level's only 40%, but you're going to have almost all your abilities as energy bodies. The whole works. You don't need anything to go anywhere. You just fly. You just boom, you're gone. Moving things around, telekinesis, stuff like that. You know, you'll be in energy bodies living on energy planets, but there's also other planets that are solid where you can go. Everything's going to be controlled. And in this universe, there's going to be on every planet. There's going to be a I don't know what the heck to call it. A place, a structure type of building that has artifacts and stuff in it where you can go there. And in these new energy bodies, you can make a solid body. There's no organs and blood or nothing in it. You just make a solid body, move it. You know, from the outside, it looks like a regular body. And you're telepathic, not just telepathic, you're telekinetic, you know, yada, yada, yada. You're closer to your real self. Okay. Folks, I love you. Don't know exactly when, but this body is on the way down. I'm on the way out. Lily and I are going to take care of everything. All you have to do is enjoy life and not be abusive towards other people. So, folks, love you. Take care. And when the shit starts happening everywhere, try to keep in the back of your mind, it's being controlled, it's not chaotic, and it's cleansing. It is literally creation's purge. And what gets built from it, actually, something whole new is being built, and then you're being put in it. You'll love it. Take care, folks. See you soon.